See, batch testing. Batch testing. What is batch testing? Executing series of tests. Executing series of tests. Executing series of tests, or group of tests, or bunch of tests, or set of tests. Executing series of tests. See, if it is manual testing, for each and every test case execution, human user interaction is required. But if it is test automation, without human user interaction, tools can execute series of tests. This batch testing also one of the advantage of test automation. Without human user interaction, tools can execute series of tests. In QTP, we have four possibilities for batch testing. Four possibilities. How to conduct batch testing. We have four possibilities. In QTP test process chapter, we discussed those possibilities. Now tell me, Sandeep, what are the four possibilities for batch testing in QTP? Four possibilities.
Sir, I forgot those things.
Okay, no
Sorry.
problem. Can you tell me, Bharati? Bharati, can you hear me?
Is it framework, sir? Automation framework?
What is framework? Sujata, how to conduct batch testing? Four possibilities are there in QTP. What are they?
Sorry, sir, I
Okay,
couldn't
okay,
remember.
okay, no problem. Cool. See, first one, all are independent methods. You can use any one. Using test batch runner. Using test batch runner. Already we discussed. QTP has three types of feature support. First one, QTP direct features, means features available in QTP tool main window. Example, recording, object repository, object spy, checkpoints, output value, step generator, etc. Second one, integrated tools from HP. Example, test batch runner, password encoder, test results deletion tool, etc. This test batch runner tool comes under integrated tools from HP. This test batch runner not available in QTP tool main window, outside of the QTP tool main window, but you no need to install this tool. If we install QTP software, these tools can be installed automatically. See, test batch runner tool. Next, using AOM script. AOM, automation object model. What is automation object model? We will discuss using AOM script. Next, using driver script. See, driver script also QTP test script. We use driver script in automation framework, that we will discuss in framework chapter. Using driver script. Using driver script in automation framework. Automation framework. Next, using quality center tool. quality center. See, test management tool from same vendor HP. Using quality center also we can conduct batch testing. See, first two we will discuss today, remaining two in future chapters. See, first I am taking test batch runner. See, concentrate, test batch runner. Steps for batch testing using test batch runner tool. Steps for batch testing using test batch runner tool. See, first step, generate basic tests and run them once. Generate basic tests and run them once. Next, launch test batch runner. Launch test batch runner tool and create test batches, one or more based on our requirement. Put mute. Next, provide permission to test batch runner to execute tests and components. See, provide permission. Provide permission to test batch runner to execute tests and components. Components means reusable components, functions like provide permission to test batch runner to execute tests. Next, last step, run test batches. See, these are the steps. Tell me Sandeep, what are the steps for batch testing using test batch runner tool?
So first of all, generate basic test and run them once. And the second is launch test batch runner tool and generate test batch. Third one is provide permission to test batch runner to execute test. And the fourth is run test batches.
Yes. See, these are the important steps, high level steps. Concentrate. First step, generate basic tests. So I'm creating one folder. And one more thing, in test automation, most of the time we prefer end-to-end scenarios. All are independent things. Suppose if it is manual testing, we prefer sequential execution. One test case output is input for next test. Suppose if any one test case fails, then human user can provide input for next test. But if it is test automation, we execute test batches without human user interaction. So if any test case fails middle of the execution, it may interrupt remaining tests execution. So we prefer end-to-end scenarios. Anyhow, tools can execute tests quickly, so no burden on human user. We prefer end-to-end scenarios, proper launching of the application and proper closing of the application. Now first, here I am not inserting any verification points. You know how to insert verification points. Here I am concentrating only on end-to-end scenarios. See, first login 1 minute. I'm taking the new test. Stop. See, generate the basic test and run it once. Why running the test once? To make sure whether the test is executing without errors or not. See, it is dry run, sample run. Run the script. Okay, it is executing fine. Save the test. Suppose name login. Next, new test. Okay, you save in this test folder. This time open order. All are end-to-end scenarios. Reason also I explained it. Stop. Run it once. So it is executing fine. Save the test. Open order. Next, one more test. I'm taking the new test. This time fax order. First open an order. Next send fax. Close the application. Stop. Run the script. Save. Fax order. Okay, first step over. What is the first step? Generate the basic tests and run them once. Second step, tell me Meenakshi, what is the second step?
Second step is launch test batch, runner tool, and generate test batch.
And create test batches.
Test batch.
Okay, see. How to launch? Navigation. Say start menu, programs, quick test professional, next tools, test batch runner. See test batch runner also file, extension mtb. Earlier it was Mercury test batch, now they are calling module test batch. Just abbreviation changed, extensions same. See file, batch add, browse path of the tests, see login, next continue that navigation, open order, next fax order. See, one advantage of test batch runner tool, we can execute entire test batches as well as part of the test batches. See, suppose I have 20 tests in my test batch. On third build I want to execute, put mute, somebody system make noise, avoid the noise Meenakshi. After answering the question immediately put mute.
Okay, sir.
See, I have 20 tests. I want to execute all these 20 tests on third software build. Yes, we can execute. Suppose on fourth or fifth build, I want to execute only 10 tests out of 20. You uncheck remaining 10 tests. Suppose on final build, you want to execute all 20 tests. Yes, you can check all 20 tests. See, by unchecking some tests, you can execute partial test batches. See, one of the advantage of test batch runner is we can execute entire test batches as well as portion of the test batches. And one disadvantage also there. Disadvantage is test batch runner doesn't provide batch wise result. See, QTP doesn't provide batch wise result, test wise result only. We need to open each and every test result and analyze. It doesn't provide batch wise result. Okay, second step over. Save the test batch. Suppose batch name orders, file extension mtb, save on desktop. You can save anywhere. Next, close the test batch runner. See, one small drawback also, one small defect also there in this test batch runner tool. After saving the file, again it asks save. Whenever you save test batch, try to close the test batch runner tool. One more time it asks save changes to orders. This is defect of QTP tool. See, still some defects are there in QTP tool in test batch runner and recovery scenarios also. Next one, what is the defect in test batch runner tool? Narottam, what is the defect?
It asks twice save
Yes,
option.
save test batch. After saving test batch also, if you try to close the test batch runner tool, once again it will ask save. Okay. Second step over. Third step. Tell me, Anu, what is the third step? Anu.
Sorry, sir, I forgot.
Okay, no problem. Can you tell me, Bharati, what is the third step? Bharati.
Yes, sir. Provide permission to test batch runner tool to execute test.
Yes. provide permission to test batch runner tool to execute tests and components. How to provide? Check the navigation. See tools menu, options, run. Here view results when run session ends. You check this option. See once again, tools menu, options, run, check view results when check allow other HP products to run tests and components. Check allow other HP products to run tests and components. Apply. Okay. Now tell me the navigation once again, Sandeep. Tell me the navigation. How to provide permission to test batch runner tool?
So tools, options, run,
here
and allow.
Option. Check this option. Allow other HP products to run tests and components. Click OK. Next you can close the tool. Next, last step, run test batch. Run the test batch. Say what is the batch execution process? Concentrate, Narottam. You have to answer my question. What is the test batch execution process? First take my explanation. During 1 minute I will explain, then you can repeat that one. Otherwise how can you say? Tell me what is the test batch execution process?
No, sir.
Okay. Cool. See, first listen. Test batch execution process. During execution, test batch runner launches QTP tool and provides instructions to QTP. Based on test batch runner instructions, QTP tool only executes tests one by one. See, test batch runner doesn't execute tests directly. It launches QTP tool, provides instructions to QTP tool. Based on test batch runner instructions, QTP executes tests one by one. Now tell me, Narottam, what is the test batch execution process?
During execution, test batch runner launches QTP tool and provides instructions to QTP tool. Based on test batch runner instructions, QTP tool executes the test.
Tests one by one. Okay. And one drawback we discussed regarding this test batch runner tool. What is the drawback, Meenakshi? One drawback we discussed.
So the drawback is the test runner does not provide test batch wise result.
Test result. Okay.
Yeah.
Next one,
we have to open each one of them to see the result.
Yes. And one advantage also we discussed. What is that advantage?
Advantage was we can execute part of the batch or whole batch.
Good. Okay, concentrate. See, launch test batch runner. Next, batch run command. See, in QTP tool also same command for executing single test, individual tests. Shortcut key also F5. Select run command. Say it is launching QTP tool and executing tests one by one based on test batch runner instructions. First it is executing first test. See, first test over. Next, second test, open order test. See, test batch runner is some slower in execution. It is tool feature. If it is AOM script can execute quickly. That is VB script feature. Test batch runner tool feature, so slow. See, over. Next step, how to view the results. See, test result viewer available in QTP tool main window and outside of the window also. See here, results viewer. Otherwise, go to automation menu, result. Otherwise, outside of the tool, where? See, start programs, HP quick test professional. See, HP run results viewer. See, result viewer available in QTP tool main window and outside of the window also. See, launch the result viewer. Here, browse path of the test. Browse path of the test. 1 minute. Login. See, it is showing two results, result 1, result 2. Why two results? See, we executed that login script twice. First individual test run, dry run, sample run. Second batch execution. Select the result. See, result available. And one more thing, if you execute any test multiple times, QTP stores multiple test results. Suppose 10 times. If you execute 10 times, 10 results. If you don't want to store previous, if you don't want to store or if you don't want to maintain previous results, you can delete them. How to delete? To delete test result, one more tool available, that is test results deletion tool. If you want to maintain previous results, leave. Otherwise, you can delete using test results deletion tool. See once again how to view test results. See, start programs, HP run results viewer. Here, browse path of the test. This time, suppose open order. Next, select the result, open. See, result opened. Next, one more test, open, fax order. Select the result, open. See, this is about batch testing using test batch runner. Next, just a minute.